Okay, so good day everyone. So let's discuss crisis management part 1. Okay, so let's look out with the origin of the word crisis. Okay, so ano ba or saan ba nagmula ang salitang crisis? Okay, so ang crisis po, nagmula po ito sa dalawang Chinese word, no? Chinese word na Meiji, no? Yan, Mei at saka yung G. Okay, Meiji. So when we speak of Mei, it means danger, while yung G naman, okay, ang ibig sabihin naman nito sa English ay opportunity. So tinanong ko sa finals exam nyo, that the crisis originated from anong Chinese words? Okay, so danger and opportunity. So when we speak of danger, it has something to do, no, with untoward incident, hindi magandang pangyayari, no, or panganib sa Tagalog. Okay, nagkakaroon po ng danger, guys, no, when it comes to personal aspect of a person. Okay, nagkakaroon ng danger sa personal aspect ng tao. Kasama na dito yung kanilang physical aspect. Okay, physical aspect as well as their emotional aspect. Okay, it also included here yung kanilang psychological aspect. No, psychological aspect. Okay, kasama na rin dito yung kanilang financial aspect. Okay, financial aspect and physical, emotional, psychological, financial. Okay, and then isa pa sa nagkakaroon ng danger, guys, is yung group of persons, okay, or yung organization. Okay, organization. Okay. So, anong part or anong aspect ng organization nagkakaroon ng panganib? Okay. So, kapag mayroong isang member ng organization na gumawa ng criminal activities or violating the rules and regulation of the organization, maaapektuhan po yung image ng isang organization. Okay? Yung image, yan, di ba? Katulad ng mga nangyayari ngayon sa PNP. Mga nababalitaan natin na may mga police officers, no, katulad ng nangyari sa may Santa Ana area. Okay, naalala niyo yun? Ito lang, recent lang yun. Police officer siya, naka-civilian, may nakagatgitan siya na rider. Okay, medyo may edad na yung rider. Ngayon, bumaba yung police officer, di ba? Bumunot ng baril, kinalampag yung helmet, di ba? Okay, tapos tututukan pang ganyan. Okay, so tapos yung responding police naman, okay, pinusasa naman itong yung rider. Okay, so there are variations, no, doon sa rules and regulations ng PNP. Okay, that the police officer naman should not act like that, di ba? Okay. Dapat magpakita siya ng maximum tolerance, pero hindi eh. Okay? Pero isa lang yan sa napakaraming hindi magandang pangyayari, okay, na kung saan ang involved ay isang police officer. So, anong nasisira dyan? Nasisira yung image ng PNP as a whole. Okay? So, pag nasira ang image, syempre maghihigpit ang organization, okay, hanggang sa tatanggalan ng bonus, etc., sasampahan ng administrative case. Okay, so mawawala din yung or maaapektuhan din dito yung moral ng isang ng lahat ng kasapi ng organization. Bababa yung kanilang moral. Okay? And then, syempre, nagkakaroon ng danger dyan, okay, with respect to the society as a whole. Okay, yung mga tao, mga ordinaryong tao sa society or the community. Okay? Ayan. Naapektuhan din sila. Syempre, sa anong aspect? Yung kanilang safety and security. Okay? Safety and security. Okay? And dahil dito sa mga ito, okay, dahil sa danger na nararanasan ng bawat isa rito guys, personal, organization, society, or community, it leads to the opportunity. Opportunity to what? Okay, nagkakaroon ng pagkakataon na, okay, pumasok sila sa tinatawag na state of lawlessness. Okay, state of lawlessness. Okay? Kasi they are these persons or group of persons, okay, is experiencing lack of law and lack of rules and regulation. Dahil sa pagtaliwas nila doon sa established law, rules and regulations, okay, nagkakaroon ng lawlessness. Ano ba nagiging epekto ng lawlessness? Okay, so nagkakaroon dito, no, ng mga untoward incident, no, katulad ng naapektuhan yung peace and tranquility, no? Ayan, nagkakaroon ng epekto sa peace, no, sa kapayapaan, sa katahimikan, okay, ng bansa, peace and tranquility. Okay? Peace and tranquility. Okay? And dahil dito, no, sa mga aspeto na ito, nakakaranas sila ng pagka-low moral, pagka-dismaya, okay? Nafo-frustrate sila, therefore they are prone from becoming a criminal. Okay? Prone sila na maging criminal. Okay? So, in that way, yan, danger and opportunity, okay, are interrelated words associated with the so-called crisis. Okay? So, yan po ang concept ng crisis as a whole. Okay? So, let's proceed more deeper to our discussion. Okay? So, concept of crisis, literally speaking, crisis is any event. Okay? So, when we speak of any event, it pertains to any incident. Okay? Incident yung tinutukoy dito that is going, no, nangyayari or expected, okay, or inaasahan na mangyari. So, there is, no, ongoing, okay, ibig sabihin, ito ay yung nangyayari in the actual, okay, actual scene. Okay, yung nangyayari mismo, okay, na untoward incident or expected. Okay, ito yung nape-predict. Okay, nape-predict in advance. Okay, nape-predict in advance na merong untoward incident na posibleng mangyari. Okay, so ang crisis ay pwedeng actual or pwedeng expected or predicted. Okay, that leads to an unstable and dangerous situation. Okay, unstable kasi they do not adhere with the law, rules, and regulation. Okay, kaya ang nagiging epekto is nagiging unstable and dangerous situations. Okay, kung saan naapektuhan dito ang individual as what I have mentioned earlier, the group, no, this pertains to organization, and the community or the whole society. Okay, naapektuhan sila, therefore, there are opportunities kung saan, okay, posibleng magkaroon ng lawlessness and the persons, the group of persons, as well as the people in the community, okay, is prone to becoming a criminal. Okay, so Ang crisis is also a period of disorganization. Okay? Bakit disorganization? Okay? Kasi nga ito, di ba? Yung sa concept ng dispute, di ba? Pag naglagay ka ng word na dis, that is a prefix meaning negative. Okay? So this organization, di ba sa isang organization may rules and regulation. If you do not obey with the rules and regulation of an organization, then there will be chaos. There will be disorganization. Okay? So nagkakaroon po ng chaos. Okay? So when we speak of chaos, okay, ito yung untowards incident din eh. Okay? It is the same thing with untowards incident. Okay? Or nagkakaroon ng confusion or disorder. Okay? Chaos, disorder, okay, disorder o kaya naman, ang ibig sabihin nito is confusion. Okay? Yan, nagkakaroon ng gulo. Okay? It is also a period of upset, no? So when we speak of upset, they are people are being frustrated. Okay? They are being frustrated. Frustrated to what? Frustrated to solve their problems. Okay? Parang sa ano, 'di ba? Parang sa crisis sa ating dispute resolution, 'di ba? Yung discussions natin diyan. Okay? Hindi nila ma-reach yung solution to their problems. Okay? That's why they are being frustrated. Okay? Ayan. So if they get frustrated by not achieving the solution to their problems, okay, ano mangyayari? Siyempre, makakaranas sila nito. Lawlessness, okay, and they are prone from becoming criminals. Okay? Ayan. So it is also a crucial or decisive point or situation. Okay? A turning point. Okay. A turning point. So when we speak of turning point, guys, ito yung ano eh, yung breakaway point kung saan kapag ka nagkamali ka ng desisyon, okay, it will lead you somewhere. Okay? Pag nagkamali ka ng decision, it can lead you no to a positive outcome. Okay? Pwede kang dalhin ito sa positive outcome or it can lead you to the negative outcome. Okay? Negative outcome. Okay. So it is something to do with the ano guys it is something to do with how you will handle the situation or this untoward events. Kasi kung nagpapadala ka doon sa problema, 'di ba? Anong kadalasan ang nangyayari? 'Di ba? Hindi ka nakakapag-isip ng tama, okay? And then yung solusyon na maiisip mo ay hindi talaga solusyon kundi panibagong problema. Okay? Nababalitaan nyo naman siguro pag may mga broken-hearted, iniwan ng asawa, iniwan ng boyfriend, girlfriend. Ano nangyayari? Di ba? Hindi na sila nakakapag-isip ng tama. Okay? And then, they are deciding to end their life. Di ba? So, that is a crisis. Kasi negative yung outcome. Okay? Nag-decide ka na, okay, magbigti ka. Di ba? Imbis na humanap ka ng mas magandang solusyon. Kaso, ang solusyon na napili mo, okay, is magpakamatay. Di ba? It will lead you to a negative outcome. Kaya nga decisive point or situation ito, turning point. Di ba? Kasi it is a matter of life and death. Okay? Ayan. Yung iba naman, dahil sa walang trabaho, di ba? Wala silang makain. Anong ginagawa nila? They turned into committing criminal activities, no? Such as drug pushing, di ba? smugglers, nagiging smugglers sila ng mga illegal contrabands, di ba? Etc. Etc. So, it could lead somewhere. Doon po nag-uumpisa yung crisis when a person or group of individual, okay, decided something that lead them to a negative outcome. Dito po nagkakaroon po ng outbreak of the so-called crisis. Okay? Kasi untowards incident yan eh. Pag positive outcome naman ang naging resulta, walang crisis dyan, di ba? Okay. So let's proceed. Okay. Ang concept of crisis also derived from the Greek word naman ito, na ang ibig sabihin is crisis. Okay? Ayan. To separate or again, andun pa rin yung word na turning point decision. Okay? In a process of an affair or a series of events. In a process of an affair, ang ibig sabihin nito guys, affair, okay, mga problema yan. Okay? Problems. Itong process, yan, process of an affair, they are finding solutions. Yan yung ibig sabihin yan. Finding of solutions. Okay? Finding of solutions. Okay? Now, ang crisis and emergency are sometimes used interchangeably. Pwede silang gamitin. Okay, pag sinabi mong emergency daw, crisis din yan. Crisis, emergency din daw yan. Pero that is in general, di ba? And in layman's, di ba? Ang alam nila pagka-crisis same aspect, same thing with emergency. Pero hindi. Okay, what's the difference between the two? Okay, so when we speak of crisis, okay, it pertains to a turning point towards incident that maybe, di ba sabi natin kanina, okay, going, nangyayari na, or expected pa lang, or predicted in advance. Okay? So, when we speak of predicted in advance, ibig sabihin, medyo long term. Okay? Medyo long term yung kanyang, yung happenings. Okay? Pwede itong mangyari biglaan. Okay? So, crisis crisis muna tayo. Pwede itong mangyari biglaan or sudden. Okay? Or unexpected. Unexpected. But it can also predicted. Okay? It can happen long term. Okay? Yan. Long term. Okay? When we speak of emergency naman, okay, walang long term dito, kundi sudden. Okay? And unexpected. Okay? So, sa emergency, it means sudden condition. Okay? Sudden condition or a state of affairs calling for an immediate response. Okay? Kinakailangan ng immediate response. So, ibig sabihin guys, no, kapag merong emergency, okay, biglaan yan eh. Ang crisis, biglaan din yan. Or, pwede din namang predicted. Okay? So, when it comes to the happening, yung pangyayari, crisis, sudden or expected, and it may be predicted in advance. Okay? Pwedeng hindi pa nangyayari. Okay? Ang emergency naman, kailangan sudden condition. Dapat unexpected. Ito agad yan, nangyayari na. Okay? Hindi mo pwedeng ma-predict in advance. Okay? And, ang crisis, okay, pwede mo siyang long-term din yung, okay, pwedeng long-term din ang action. Okay, long-term action. Samantalang dito sa emergency, it requires immediate action. Okay? Nangangailangan ito ng immediate action. Agad-agad. No? For example, inatake sa puso. No? Alangan na mag-establish ka pa ng on-scene command post dyan, etc. etc. Diba? Okay? So, kinakailangan mo yan ng immediate medical assistance. Okay? Yan. Emergency yan. Okay? Pero take note guys, take note that all emergency are considered crisis. Okay? Lahat ng emergency, maituturing natin yan na crisis kasi untowards incident yan eh. But not all crises are considered emergency. Okay? So, ulitin ko, all emergencies are considered crises, but not all crises are considered emergency. Because of this nga, yung action, diba? So, long-term action ang crisis, and sa emergency, immediate action. Okay? So, example, yun na nga, yung inatake sa puso, attending to medical conditions, okay, emergency yan. Okay, ang crisis naman, for example, bayaran na ng tuition. Okay, hindi naman agad-agad yan eh, di ba? So, 2 weeks, 1 month in advance, okay, nag-iisip ka na ng solusyon yan. Teka lang, paano ba ako kikita ng pera para pangbayad sa tuition? Okay, so hindi agaran, di ba? So, long-term din yung action. Okay, samantalang dito sa emergency, immediate action. Okay, so let's proceed with the types of crisis. Yeah, so when we speak of crisis, it consists of different types and different modes of commission. Okay, so first we have the so-called man-made crisis. So when we speak of man-made crisis, no, these are crises made by humans. Okay? Crisis made by humans. An example, civil disturbances, di ba? Such as strike, riot, demonstration. Okay, so when we speak of strike, guys, ito po yung ito po yung temporary stoppage of work. Okay? Temporary stoppage of work, no? Temporary stoppage of work. Okay? Anong gagawin ng mga employees dyan? Ang gagawin ng mga employees, hindi sila papasok sa trabaho lahat. Okay? And then doon sila magwewelga, okay, sa labas ng kanilang opisina. Diba? To express their anger, their disappointment to the employer. Okay? Riot naman, alam nyo naman yan riot di ba? Okay, so group of individuals yan, okay, creating chaos, okay, andyan yung nagbabatuhan ng mga bato, pillbox, di ba? Babatuhan ng kung ano-ano. Okay? Then, demonstration, yan yung nangyayari sa lagi, no? Pagka merong grupo ng mga individuals such as Kilusang Mayo 1. Okay? Naalala niyo yung nung May 1 incident, 'di ba? Andun ako andun kami noon detail kami doon, naka-deploy kami sa may Mindiola. Okay? Yung KMU, Kilusang Mayo 1, talagang pinupwersa nilang agawin yung mga shields. Okay? Lahat ng mga barrier doon, gusto nila hinahatak nila. Okay? And then may incident diyan na nahatak yung shield ng isang kasamahan namin na pulis. Okay? Hanggang sa pinagtulungan din yung pulis, di ba? Okay. So, man-made crisis, di ba? Made by humans. Okay? Okay. Another, yung mga commission of crimes. Okay? Kidnapping, hijacking, hostage taking, etc. Okay? Natural crisis naman from the word itself. Okay? Nature. Diba? Natural means nature. These are provident. No? Okay. Provident or yung tinatawag nating mga acts of God. Okay? Acts of God. So, these are crises without human intervention. Okay? Ayan. So, fire, floods, earthquake, diba? Nuclear accidents, yung mga floods, diba? Mga baha, okay? Volcanic eruption, epidemic, okay? So, those are kinds of examples of natural crisis. Okay? Then, individual crisis. Ito yung diniscuss natin kanina, yung personal. Okay? Individual, okay, ibig sabihin, nangyayari sa isang tao, sa personal aspect ng isang tao. So, it refers to the feelings that arises when a person faces, di ba, mayroon silang hinaharap na unpleasant situation. So, when we speak of unpleasant, ito yung hindi maganda or untoward incident. Okay? Such as frustrations and conflicts. Okay? Di ba, as what have explained by Karl Marx, di ba, yung sa kanyang conflict theory. Okay? When a person is experiencing difficulties in achieving, okay, his goal, okay, may difficulty siya, okay, he will resort or he will experience frustration that will lead him to commit criminal activities. Okay? So, ano-ano ba yung mga aspects sa individual, okay, that produces crisis? Okay, so first, we have the so-called physical aspect. Okay, so physical aspect, no, ibig sabihin sa external, okay, yung external body, okay, or external, okay, or internal, okay, internal body, okay, external or internal body. So ito naman yung may kinalaman sa health problems or bodily sickness or sufferings. Okay? For example, yung isang tao mayroong stage 30 cancer. Okay? Pag may stage 30 cancer ka ba, malakas pa ba katawan mo yan? Hindi na, parang bedridden ka na lang nun. At saka, wala namang stage 30 cancer. Exaggerated yan. Okay? So, stage, sabihin natin, stage 3 cancer, stage 4 cancer. Okay? Kasi guys, do you know the what placebo effect is? No, placebo effect. Okay. Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na placebo effect. Itong placebo effect na to guys, ito yung kung ano yung iniisip ng utak mo. Okay. Yun yung mismong nangyayari at nararamdaman ng katawan mo. That's placebo effect, guys. Okay? And placebo effect, meron pong isang inmates. Okay, death row inmates ito sa ibang bansa. Okay? Ngayon, ang penalty niya is death. Okay? Penalty niya is death. Okay? Kaso nagkandak ng experiment yung mga psychologist. Okay? Ang ginawa nila, nagpakita ng ahas. Okay? Since mamamatay na rin naman lang siya, okay, eto na, ikakandak na nila experiment. May ahas. So, takot na takot yung inmate. Okay, yung ginawa nila, piniringan nila yung tao, yung inmates. Okay? Piniringan nila yan, and then, tinusok yung kamay ng karayong. Pak. Okay. Ngayon, syempre, hindi nakikita ng inmates yung nangyayari. Ang pagkakaalam niya, ito ay ito ay snake bite. Okay? So yun yung inisip niya. Okay? Ngayon, kung ano yung inisip niya, yun yung reaction ng katawan niya. Okay? Ang iniisip niya kasi, putang ina, nalason ako. May venom yung ahas. Mamatay na ako. Okay? Hanggang sa dahil yun yung iniisip, yun yung nararamdaman ng katawan. That's placebo effect. Okay, dito rin, kapag meron kang sakit, lalo na malalang sakit, iisipin mo yan. Magkakaroon ng placebo effect. Hihina ang katawan mo. Okay? Yan, physical crisis. Next, we have economic crisis. So, when we speak of economic crisis, it has something to do with the financial stability of a person. Okay, financial. They are not financially stable, so therefore, they will be experiencing deprivation of the basic necessities of life. hindi mo ma-achieve or matatamasa yung mga basic needs mo such as foods, clothings, di ba? And even cell phones or any communication devices. Okay? Sa ngayon, guys, sa pag-aaral, okay? Kinakailangan na ng mga gadgets. Okay? Di ba? Katulad niyan, may mga online classes. Di ba? So, paano kung online classes? Then, you are lacking of material things. Di ba? So, anong gagawin mo? No? Okay. So, yan. Crisis yan. Okay, next, we have emotional crisis. Okay, so dito naman, okay, it is affected by negative feelings. Okay, negative feelings. So, di ba, pagka naka-experience ka ng negative feelings, na for example, ikaw ay iniwan ng jowa mo, di ba? Iniwan ka ng jowa mo or iniwan ka ng mga mahal mo sa buhay, okay? Naghiwalay yung magulang mo, anong nangyayari? Nararamdaman ng tao, di ba? So, magkakaroon sila ng emotional disturbances. Okay? They will not function normally. Okay? Physically, both physically and psychologically. Okay? Kasi they are negated by the emotions, okay, that they are experiencing. Okay? Next, we have social crisis. Okay? So, when we speak of social crisis, it has something to do with the relation to the public. Okay? Relationship to the public. Okay? So, yung isang tao na, alam niyo yung introvert, okay? Hindi sila nakikihalubilo sa ibang mga tao. Okay? Bakit matuturing na crisis yan? Okay? Kasi, sabi nga 'di ba sa kasabihan natin, no man is an island. Okay? Walang tao na kayang mamuhay mag-isa, no? So parang ganoon yung ibig sabihin. So dito rin ganoon din. Okay? Lack of harmonious relationship with others, okay, is considered an individual crisis. Okay? Moral crisis. So the person has an irrational or distorted concept of what is right or wrong. Okay? Kasi guys, ang ibig sabihin ng morality, no? Morality, it is the ability to distinguish right from wrong. Ability to distinguish or to know what is right and wrong. To know what is right and wrong. Okay? Kaso nga, merong untoward incident. Diba? Individual crisis. So, therefore, you will not be having the capacity or capability to distinguish right from wrong. Okay? Kasi, makakain ka na nung nararanasan mong problema. Okay? And take note guys, itong individual crisis guys, itong mga to, emotional, social, physical, moral, they can happen one at the same time. Pwedeng mangyari sa isang individual ito ng sabay-sabay sa isang pagkakataon, sa isang panahon. Okay? Ayan. So next, psychosexual crisis. Itong psychosexual crisis naman, no, it has something to do with the inability of a person, no, inability of a person to know his sexual or to determine what his or her sexual preferences. Okay? Ano ba yan? Pwede ba ako sa chick or pwede ba ako sa boy? Okay? Or pwedeng chick boy, di ba? Meron siyang identity crisis. Di ba? Hindi niya alam kung anong gender niya ba. Okay? Kung siya ba ay kasi merong di ba, LGBTQ, okay, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, di ba? Ayan. So they are experiencing identity or rather gender crisis. Okay. So next, let's proceed with the concept of crisis management. Okay. So management. Okay, management means the handling. Okay, handling of something. The process of handling something. Okay, and crisis management, no, it literally means the handling or the proper handling of crisis or untowards incident. Okay, in its definition, crisis management is the proper utilization. Okay, so when we speak of utilization, it has something to do with usage, kung paano mo gamitin ang all available resources and the formulation of policies and procedures. Okay? Yan, to effectively deal with progressive sequence of events and sudden or unforeseen state of emergency. Okay? So that is crisis management. Okay? So for example, sa isang bus for example. Okay, ito kunwari yung bus. Okay? Ito yung bus, 'di ba? Yung nangyari, matatandaan niyo yung nangyari sa um, sa Quirino Grandstand, 'di ba? Yung hostage taking doon. Okay? So paano ba how the PNP deal with this crisis? Okay, so they use the proper available resources. Okay, ano ba yung mga available resources mo? Okay, andyan yung iyong mga personnel. Okay, personnel, yung mga armaments, etc., etc. Diba? Armaments, yung inyong mobile, diba? So you use it, no, radio, okay, para to manage the communications. Okay? So yan. So crisis management, okay, that's how PNP properly use the available resources in order to effectively deal with crisis or emergencies. Okay? Then we also have crisis management doctrine. So as a general rule, the Philippine National Police, no? Okay, Philippine National Police are the one who acts as a first responder. Okay? First responder lagi yan ang PNP. Na first responder. Okay? Pero, there are cases wherein okay, they seek assistance okay, of the different organizations. Okay? Nagsisik sila ng assistance. Okay? For example, sa case of kunwari arson, kunwari may nangyaring sunog, okay, may fire, okay, at may sufficient training ba ang PNP in order to deal the occurrence of fire? Wala, di ba? Anong gagawin nila? First responder lang sila. Sila ang tatawag doon sa Bureau of Fire Protection. Okay? Then, they will be asking assistance from the Bureau of Fire Protection. Okay? Another, sa mga earthquakes, di ba? Kunwari may nagkaroon ng earthquakes, no? A natural crisis, di ba? Earthquake. Okay. Do you think Philippine National Police can stop the earthquake or minimize the earthquake or say for example can effectively deal with the earthquake situation? Di ba hindi? Okay, so who are the ones or they may seek assistance of what? The PHIVOLCS, di ba? Philippine, di ba? Philippine Volcanic, di ba? The PHIVOLCS. Ano ba yung PHIVOLCS? Philippine, teka lang, Institution. Philippine Institution of Volcanology and Seismology. Okay? PHIVOLCS. Philippine Institute for Volcanic and Seismology. Okay? So they are dealing with earthquakes, they monitors volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, okay, and provides early warnings and information. Okay? Yan yung trabaho ng PBOX. Okay? Ano pa? Sino pa ang nagdi-deal ng earthquake? Okay? Andyan din yung ating national, yung NDRRMC, di ba? The National Disaster Risk Reduction, di ba, Management Council, no? Or yung NDRRMC. Okay? So, they are the organization or institution that handles, okay, those kinds of incident. Okay? So, that's the crisis management doctrine. First responder muna PNP, but if need arises, okay, they may seek assistance, okay, from different institution of the government. Okay? Next, what are the phases of crisis management? So when we speak of phases, okay, it has something to do with the stages, okay, stages of crisis management. And crisis management have two stages only. Okay, with the first one is the proactive, okay, the proactive phase, and the second one is the reactive phase. Okay, so let's talk about proactive phase. Okay, what is this proactive phase? Okay, so from the word itself, no, ibig sabihin prior. Okay, prior or before. Okay, before the crisis. Okay, so ibig sabihin hindi pa nangyayari ang crisis, but okay, but the government is preparing in advance, okay, in order to prevent or minimize the occurrence of future crisis. Okay, so ang proactive phase is the stage of advanced planning. Nagpaplano ka na agad in advance. For example, yung mga insidente na hijacking. Paano nagpaplano ang PNP in order to combat hijacking? Okay? So dito, syempre kailangan muna ng anti-hijacking course 'yan. Ba? Anti-hijacking course. Okay? So dito sa specialized course na ito, okay, the participants, okay, will be able to gain expertise and knowledge, okay, with respect to the response in hijacking incident. Di ba? So hindi pa nangyayari. Okay? There is the so-called anticipated future crisis. In-anticipate na nila. Inabangan na, kumbaga, inaabangan nila yung future crisis. Okay, therefore, yan, training muna sila, okay, para just in case magkaroon ng hijacking, they will be able to to minimize, okay, this situation. Okay, this phase is also designed to predict or prevent probability, okay, or the occurrence of the crisis. Okay, so ang proactive phase has something to do with prediction. Okay, so when we speak of prediction, it is para siyang forecast. Okay, forecast. Diba? Ano ba ginagawa sa weather forecast? Hinuhulaan nila. Okay, they are guessing, no, but intelligently. Okay, kung ano yung mangyayari in the future. Okay, anticipating future crisis occurrence. Okay, so it includes update intelligence. No? Ang update intelligence, it has something to do with the collection of information from variety of sources. Okay, yung sources na tinutukoy dito, ito yung mga sources of information eh. Diba, such as the regular source, diba, we have the cultivated source, okay, as well as yung grapevine source. Okay? Grapevine sources. Yan. As basis of the actions and plan. Okay? Yan yung update intelligence. Okay? Then we also have yan, events. So these are incidents that are already past. Nangyari na. Okay? Which can facilitate analysis. Okay? Dahil sa nangyari na, okay, di ba nga sabi natin, no? Sabi nga, experience is the best teacher. Okay? Pag may nangyari sa yung insidente, alam mo na kung ano yung magiging outcome, therefore, alam mo na rin kung paano ito i-handle next time. Okay? So, yan. Already past, no? Incidents already past. Nangyari na. Dahil nangyari na yan, kita mo na yung mga detalye. Okay? And then, with that, if you already examine the, rather, if you already examine the details of that incident, then you will be able to analyze those things in order to identify probable threat groups, targets, okay, necessary for advanced planning. Okay? Yan, for example, yung mga nakawan sa bus, mga nakawan sa mall, di ba? Andyan yung bubungguin ka, okay, i-distract ka, tapos yung nasa likod mo, yun pala yung kumukuha ng gamit. Okay? So, dahil doon, na-anticipate mo na, ganito pala yung ginagawa nila. Okay? You have already analyzed. Okay? And then the next time, okay, we may be able to do, no, an operational plan. Okay? Pagpaplano, di ba? Kung paano i-deal yung ganon scenario. Okay? Kung paano i-deal yung ganong klaseng incident. Okay? So, threat analysis of threat groups. Okay? So, we have political terrorist. No? So, guys, ang word na terrorist, galing ito sa Latin word na terere. Okay? Terere. Ang ibig sabihin ay, okay, at terere na ang ibig sabihin is to frighten, para manakot. Okay? To frighten. Okay? And the word terrorism. So, terrorism is an act, okay, in which it instills fear among the populace. Okay? Terrorism. So, ang purpose ng terrorism, guys, is to inflict fear. Okay? To inflict fear among the populace. Okay? Among the populace. Sa mga tao. Okay? Ang primary purpose niya is fear. Magbigay or magpakita or magparanas ng takot doon sa mga populace, sa mga tao sa paligid. Okay? And ang terrorism, it can be religiously motivated and politically motivated. Okay? So, pwede silang pwedeng religious and political terrorist. Okay? So, guys, dito sa terrorism, tandaan nyo ang purpose niya is manakot, fear. Okay. And then, guys, okay, pag nakapanakot na sila, okay, pag nakita nila na natatakot na yung mga tao sa community, okay, dito na sila makakita ng opportunity, no, to execute their motivations. Okay? Pag na-fear na nila, di ba, natakot na nila, okay, dito na nila ipapakita yung kanilang motivation. Okay? And then, sabi ko nga kanina, di ba, there are two kinds of terrorism. Okay? the so-called religiously motivated, religiously motivated, okay, religiously motivated terrorist. Okay, ano example ng mga religiously motivated terrorist? Yung Abu Sayyaf. Okay, mga Islam yan di ba? Abu Sayyaf, the MILF. Okay? So, yung MILF na yan, hindi yan yung napapanood nyo, ha? Okay? Yung category na yan. Ma'am, I'd like to fuck. Hindi yan ganun, ha? And yan ay Moro Islamic Liberation Front. Okay? Guys, bakit nagkaroon ba ng religiously motivated terrorist group? Okay? Kasi dati guys, ang Mindanao, no? Ang Mindanao, puro mga Muslim yung nandiyan. Okay? Puro mga Muslim. Okay? Kaso, yung presidente natin, if I'm not mistaken, si President Sergio Osmeña ba yun? Okay. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan ng presidente. Okay. Inutusan niya yung mga, kasi nagsisiksikan na sa Luzon, tsaka sa Visayas. Sa Mindanao kasi, malawak pa doon. Okay? Ang ginawa nung presidente, sige, ito yung pinapayagan nila na pumunta sila sa Mindanao para i-occupy yung mga ano doon. Umanap sila ng mga tirahan doon. Okay? That's why nagkaroon po ng conflict between the Muslim brothers, okay, yung Islam, okay, and the Christians. Diba? Ang Christians, diba, yung mga Katoliko, diba, born again, diba, etc. etc. Okay, naghalo-halo na sila sa Mindanao. Okay? So therefore, nagkaroon ng conflict dyan, kaya nagkaroon ng ganitong mga grupo. Diba? Abu Sayyaf, MILF, etc. MNLF, Moro National Liberation Front, etc. Kasi ang gusto nila, ihiwalay, magkaroon sila ng autonomous region. Diba? Na solely for Muslims. Okay, yun yung gusto nila. Okay? Religiously motivated yan. Dito tayo sa politically motivated. Okay? So, itong political terrorists na to, they are inspired politically. Okay? So, ano ba mga example nito? Okay, gusto nilang pabagsakin ng gobyerno. Kasi they want a change of government. Okay? Or political power. Gusto nilang pabagsakin lahat ng mga nasa gobyerno para sila naman ang mamuno. Okay? Example nito guys, yung CPP-NPA. Okay? Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army. Okay? So sila yung mga grupo na gustong pabagsakin ang gobyerno. Okay? Or meron din tayong BIFF. Okay? BIFF. So, ito yung Bangsamoro Islamic Freedom Fighters. Okay? So, gusto nilang maging solo nila yung gobyerno. Okay? Sila yung magpapatakbo ng gobyerno. No? Ayan. So, political terrorists. Criminals naman, people who commit terrorist acts for personal rather than ideological gains. Okay? So, actually, yung mga terrorists na yun, they are considered criminals in general. Okay? Kasi they are doing criminal activities violative of the provisions of our criminal laws. Okay? Mentally deranged individuals. Take note of this kasi tinanong ko sa exam to. Okay? Although tinanong ko din to political terrorists. Itong mentally deranged individual class, tatandaan nyo, no, they are the most difficult terrorist to deal with. Okay? Bakit? Kasi pag nakagawa sila ng krimen, 'di ba? Under Revised Penal Code Book 1, ang insane at Ang insane at imbecile, di ba, they are not criminally liable, but they may suffer civil liabilities. Okay? Exempting circumstance yan eh. Pag nakagawa ng krimen yan, hindi sila makukulong. Okay? That's why they are the most difficult terrorists to deal with. Okay? Many of them are impulsive and unpredictable. Hindi mo alam kung kailan gagawa ng krimen, hindi mo alam kung ano yung gagamitin nilang means, di ba? Ayan. So, yan yung mentally deranged individuals. Okay? So, another step includes in the proactive approach is prevention. Okay? So, prevention, no? Proactive phase considers countermeasures. Okay? So, ito, ganun pa rin, they are planning to prevent untoward incident, okay, and by instilling countermeasures. Okay, itong countermeasures is part of the as part of the total system of operation. Okay, so let's discuss operation security. Okay. So ang operation security, it has something to do, no, okay, with the operation mismo. Okay, operation of the law enforcers natin. Okay, and even the government, guys. Okay, so example, okay, bilang ng mga armaments, anong types, di ba? Anong caliber? Bilang ng mga police officers, bilang ng mga armies, etc. Okay? Paano sila nag-ooperate? Ano yung mga operational plan nila? Okay. So dito, they are protecting this kind of information against sabotage. Baka mamaya masabotahe, 'di ba? Makuha yung plano, 'di ba? Mapaghandaan ng mga law enforcers natin, 'di ba? So, that is operation security. Personal security naman, okay? Ang example nito is that bago ka makapasok sa PNP, 'di ba? Sandamakbak na clearances ang dapat mong kuhanin. Okay, clearance from the court, diba? Clearance from NBI, police clearance, diba? Etc. etc. And then, nagkakandak pa rin dito ng complete background investigation bago ka makapasok dyan. Okay? May complete background investigation. So, physical security naman, okay, it has something to do now with the vital installations. Okay? Yung mga vital installation, for example, yung Manila Police District Headquarters. Okay? So, kung open lang yan, anyone can, any person can enter eh. 'Di ba? Pero kung merong mga bakod yan, merong mga barriers yan, okay? Salang-sala yung mga tao na makakapasok sa loob. Okay? Ayan. So, those are included in the prevention. Okay? Preparation naman tayo. So, dito, malapit na mangyari, okay, yung insidente. Okay, that's why the government is preparing. Okay, so it is a proactive phase involves organizing training. Okay, so ito yung sinabi ko kanina sa inyo, di ba? Trainings, di ba? And equipment, personnel of the organization. So in general, military commanders and officers of the PNP must organize, di ba? Train and equip special reaction, security, and negotiation elements and provide their immediate activation when need arises. Okay. So, dito, meron na agad naka-prepare na groups of individual. Okay? Groups of individual. Okay? Siyempre, kung may training ka ng SWAT, okay? SWAT, tapos bomb squad ka, okay, pwede ka dito sa special reaction team. Okay, and security, diba? Kung meron kang hostage negotiation seminar or course, okay, then you may be a possible hostage negotiator. Okay? Hostage negotiator ka. So, kapag ka nagkaroon ng hostage taking, may naka-establish na negotiation teams. Okay? Ipapatawag na lang yan. Di ba? Ayan o, as need arises. Okay? Provide their immediate activation when needs arises. Okay? Ayan. So next, we have the on-site command post. Ito, tinanong ko rin to sa finals exam nyo. Okay. OSCP. Okay? Shall establish within the crisis incident site. So take note of this, guys, ha? No? Very important ito. Crisis incident site. Ito po yung tinatawag natin na stronghold. Okay? I also asked this in the exam. Okay? Stronghold. Okay? Stronghold, yung crisis incident site. Okay? So, ano ba ang on-site command post? It is a post or unit within a probable target to be headed by an on-scene commander. Okay. So now, supposing, guys. Okay. Okay, supposing, no? Ito yung yan. Ito yung stronghold. Okay? Stronghold. Okay, dito nangyayari yung insidente. Ang gagawin ng PNP dyan, at a safe distance, huwag naman yung masyadong malapit na malapit. At a safe distance, they will establish here the on-scene command post. Okay? In order to address, okay, in order to address immediately and fast response of the needs, okay, needs or the resolution of the said incident or crisis incident. Okay? Yan yung OSCP. Okay, take note, yung incident site na yon, that is what we call crisis incident site or stronghold. Okay? So, who headed the on-site command post? Siyempre, the commander. The on-scene commander o OSC. Okay? If I'm not mistaken, I also asked this in your finals exam. Okay? Whose responsibility is to take charge every happening of a crisis incident. Okay? Next, we have the tactical unit. So, ang tactical unit composes of regular military or police placed under the operational command of the OSC. Okay, yung mga bomb squad, SWAT, di ba? Yung mga yung hostage negotiation team, no, etc., etc. Okay, are placed under the command. Okay, so take note, guys, ha, ang on-scene commander, they are the only ones to command. Okay, they are the one who commands but do not negotiate. Yeah, but do not negotiate. Okay? So, they are the ones who make the commands pero wala silang authority na mag-negotiate. Okay? It is the sole liability of the negotiator. Okay? Next, included in the tactical unit, we have the reaction element. Okay? These are special action unit which are specially organized, equipped, and deployed na to hold special operations. Okay? So, yun nga, yung bomb squad, SWAT, diba, anti-hijacking course, no? Etc., etc. Next, we have security element. So, ang security element naman, they only serves as perimeter backup, perimeter security. So, in order to prevent occurrence of unnecessary incident. Okay? So, yeah, to prevent unnecessary incidents. Okay, so in short, they are tasked with the security, perimeter security. Next, support unit. So when we speak of support, they do not have a direct part on the incident, but they acting in support Okay? So, sino-sino ba yan? That provides necessary administrative, operational, and logistic support. Okay? So, we have the intelligence team. Ang intelligence team responsible for the collection and processing of all information needed by the on-scene commander. Okay? Ano ba yung mga information na yan? Okay? Yung date and time, kung kailan nag-umpisa yung incident, date and time, okay, date and time, the place, okay, where the incident took place, at the number, okay, the number of offenders, di ba? Ilan ba yung offenders diyan? Okay, are they armed? Okay, kung sila ba ay armado. Okay? So, yan yung intelligence team. Next, communication team. They provide effective communication between on-scene commander and the other units or sub-units. Okay? So, generally, sila yung sa field, they are the STOC kung tawagin namin. Sa station, okay. They are the Tactical Operation Center. Okay. Tactical Operation. Okay. Tactical Operation Center. Sila yung nagmo-monitor ng tawag, di ba? Nag-secure ng mga tawag, etc. etc. Okay? And sport unit. Logistic team. Ito naman, nagbibigay naman sila ng mga pagkain, supplies, yung mga equipments na gagamitin, etc. 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 Medical team, they are responsible naman, okay, to render immediate medical assistance, okay, once there are any casualties during the said incident. Okay, then we also have the firefighting team. Okay, so firefighting team from the word itself, no, firefighting. So, in case of eventualities wherein there is a fire, okay, the firefighting team may be deployed. Okay, andyan na yung mga firefighters ng BFT. Okay, administrative personnel. So, they keep written records of events, incoming or outgoing communications. Okay? So, administrative offense, more on administrative works lang ito. No? Siyempre, pag may incident, magre-record sila, mag-note taking. Pag natapos yung incident, okay, pag natapos yung incident, gagawa ng reports, di ba? Spot reports, final reports, and final report. Spot report, progress report, and final reports. Okay? So, in administrative, legal, or investigating team. So, services of investigation, preservation of evidence. Okay, so sila naman yung nangongolekta ng mga pieces of evidence at the crime scene. And they will now investigate. Now, they are the investigating team, okay, providing legal assistance, okay, to the legal assistance, no, to the personnel, okay, involved in a crisis. Okay, so next is negotiation unit. It is headed by a chief negotiator and composed of 2 or more members. So, ang primary concern nila is to serve first life, prevent destruction, and pave the way for a peaceful resolution of a crisis. Okay, so negotiation team, no, ayan, so serve is to serve first life, prevent destruction, etc. etc. Okay, ang negotiation unit, no, ito po, no, ang nagne-negotiate but do not command. Take note, negotiate but do not commands. Okay, hindi niya pwedeng utusan ng commander. Negotiation. Okay? Negotiation. Okay. So, ang negotiation team is headed by a chief investigator. They are the ones to negotiate but do not commands. Okay? Unlike OSCP, they make commands but do not negotiate. Okay? Ang ang negotiation unit naman, they are the ones who negotiate but do not commands. Okay? Next, second phase of the crisis management is the reactive phase. Okay? So dito, from the word itself, no, reactive phase, ibig sabihin, may nangyari na. Okay, doon pala sila nag-react. Okay, when a crisis occurs, despite the proactive effort, the organization concerned must prepare to perform the crisis management in accordance with their plan. Okay? So kung ano yung pagplanuhan na nila, then they must implement it. So itong reactive phase is also known as the execution phase. Okay, execution phase. Okay, next, performance. It is the action stage na. No? Action stage. The implementation of the crisis management contingency plan. Okay? So, ito, napaka-self-explanatory. Diba? I asked this in the finals exam. Action stage, no? Kung saan, kung ano yung nakasulat, what was written in the contingency plan is being implemented. Okay. The initial action, the stage taken by the initial action unit, which is composed of police and military personnel, immediately organized into team to initially respond to take incident and be in the containment effort. Okay. So, performance. Okay, itong sa initial action, they initially respond, no, with the crisis. Okay, they are responsible for maintaining control of the situation, report of the matter to the RCAG, okay, through channels, secure the scene by establishing perimeter security, evacuate by bystanders if possible, no, kasi baka mamaya mahawa, madamay, no, prevent escape of the perpetrator, okay, and take minimum control. Okay, then the action stage starts as soon as the tactical support unit, okay, arrive. Okay, pag nag-arrive na yung nag-arrive na yung negotiation team or negotiation unit. Okay, the on-scene commander discusses the incident with his commander and staff and decides on the plans and actions to be taken. Now, from the word itself, action stage, no, it is the enforcement or what do you call this? Enforcement and the execution of the plans. Okay, negotiation, the chief negotiator undertakes negotiation, but they do not have the authority to command the on-scene command post. Okay, tactical action, okay, part of the reactive phase ito. The tactical commander makes a complete estimate of the crisis situation and plans his courses of action. He shall maintain and continuous contact with the on-scene commander. Okay, he shall take over authority and reaction element throughout the tactical operations. Okay? So sa crisis, sa guys, sa hostage situation, okay, kapag may clear view ang mga tactical action unit na to, may clear view at may pahintulot or may signal ng nagkaroon ng signal na, for example, may pinatay na yung hostage taker sa loob ng bus. Pag nakakita ng sight, okay, ang ating mga tactical action team, okay, they may snipe, no? So, they may snipe or attack, no? Etc. The hostage taker. Okay? So, post-action stage naman, ito naman, tapos na yung issue. Tapos na yung incident. Okay? So, this stage begins as soon as the perpetrator surrendered, captured, or neutralized. Okay? Or on-scene commander shall ensure the following are accomplished. Okay? Kailangan siguraduhin nila na yung yung incident scene is being protected. Okay? Investigation of the incident, okay, etc., etc. Okay? Post-action stage. That ends our discussion.